study. What you talking that funky, about my face, wearing that monkey, not that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money. It's the paper power pastor, burning rubber faster, down a call NASCAR. My solo knows
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Miami Dolphins. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And we are underway from Miami. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second and very short, Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. On 2nd and 9, Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Mostert is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run with Mostert, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
On 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's got it to about the 40. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Yellow.
Tua sets up to pass it. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 29, Tua. That one complete to Hill. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Here's Mostert. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Big Raekwon Davis, the man fighting in for that sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Play action, Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On play action, now Garoppolo. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 46 yards. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun, being chased out left. And Wilson with it, complete. And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He is going to find Hill here. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. On the handoff, this is Mostert. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Tua. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to pass. Tua. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Forced out to his left. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Tua on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey, and he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have moved out in front. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll buy some time right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. Touchdown! Raheem Mostert. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On second down at 4, Garoppolo rolling to his left. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. Buying time to his left. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 8. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. While they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On second down, McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Tua going to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. They hand it off to Mostert. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Once again, it's Mostert. And this time he is in. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And he is into the end zone for 2 more as the lead moves up to 16. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This is Mostert. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll try it now with Mostert. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Mostert. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's Tua. That's swung out to Mostert. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now a pass hauled in downfield. A big play there for the Niners. And even 50 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunky yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On the ground, McCaffrey. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So following the failed try on 4th down, we'll change ends and change possession. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Steps away to his left. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. It's a big play there for Miami. 49 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. That's caught inside the 20. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners get a bit closer. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
And they go with McCaffrey, but he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the fourth. Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete pass.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Being chased out left. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
A run with Mostert up the middle. Brought down at the 20. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Mostert. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Completes it to Samuel. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And returns it right back to Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 55 yards. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And this one incomplete. And all that remains is 13 seconds.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Here we go. 33. Yellow. 8-3. Ready.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.